Welcome to the CLIA exclusive briefing for Choose Cruise. In this session, which will last about 30 minutes, I'll bring you through some of the marketing activities that our CLIA members can leverage on as part of the Choose Cruise campaign in Asia this coming October. In the second part of my webinar today, I will also cover an overview of our CLIA membership resources. For those members who are not familiar with our CLIA Online Learning Academy, it is strongly recommended to stay on for this briefing and a live demo. This is the inaugural Choose Cruise campaign in Asia, and the key aim is to promote the awareness of cruise. I'm going to play a video next, and you'll be able to, through the video, find out more about Choose Cruise.
Choose Cruise is a consumer and trade campaign driven by the Cruise Lines International Association. The campaign is supported globally by CLIA and by approximately 50 CLIA cruise lines. The Choose Cruise campaign is run annually throughout the month of October. Choose Cruise is designed to promote the cruising industry at large and initiate sales conversations, especially with consumers who may not have considered a cruise holiday before. The Choose Cruise campaign will be supported by a number of mediums, from promotions and sales by CLIA cruise lines, including contemporary cruising, expedition, luxury and river, to help you entice and convert sales. To PR and advocacy efforts through a variety of media channels and positive news articles. You'll even see a heavy social media presence, which you are encouraged to jump on board with through our hashtag ChooseCruise. This is all carefully designed to capitalise on and ensure the success of Choose Cruise campaign by driving sales and positive conversations. Confused? Don't know where to get started? How does this affect you as a cruise specialist? This is where CLIA comes in. You'll find our website and in the CLIA's Members Hub a range of tools and resources designed to help you as a cruise specialist take full advantage and guarantee your success throughout the month. The sky's your limit, and it all depends on how much you put in. A great place to get started is to understand your areas of opportunity, from social media outlets like Facebook and Twitter to other options like contacting your local newspaper, radio stations and more. Center your Choose Cruise campaign on these mediums to optimize your success. To get you started, we've compiled 4 helpful tips for you. Begin your campaign by making a plan for the month. Be realistic and stick to your plan. Initiate discussions with your database and enlist the support of your cruise line sales team. Understand the promotions and deals on offer. Use your knowledge to promote and advocate for the global cruise industry. To ensure you stick to your Choose Cruise campaign, develop a social media calendar. This will actually help you plan in advance your posts and ensure that you are regularly reaching your database. Don't have a social media calendar? No worries. Jump into the CLIA Members Hub and download our template. You'll even find some example posts ready for you to use in your campaign. Now that you're ready to jump on board with the Choose Cruise campaign, don't forget to share and tag CLIA Australasia in your social media posts and use our Choose Cruise hashtag throughout the month.
Okay, so I got a comment from someone to say that they don't have a mic and will instead write any comments to message. Sure, no problem. In fact, if you have any other questions after this webinar, please feel free to drop me an email. Okay, so after you saw the video, to give you an idea of then how is the activities for Asia. It falls under 3 key activities. One is a toolkit, specially designed for travel agents. The second area is PR engagement. And the last area is regional training events. So I'll take you through the various areas. Okay, so firstly is our newly revamped, if you see in our newly revamped Members Hub, you are able to access the newly launched toolkits for travel agents, which also features exclusive materials for Choose Cruise. So if you go into the Members Hub, you can see that these are the tabs that you can click on to access the materials. So these toolkits can be found in the Members Hub and not on our website, means that all the information about Choose Cruise can be found in one spot. But do remember that you have to log into the CLIA Learning Academy with a valid CLIA member account to access our Members Hub. So the Travel Agent Toolkit consists of materials that will aid you in your marketing and PR, thus saving you time and budget to create consumer materials to promote yourself as a cruise sales agent. We have already uploaded a large variety of materials such as social media tiles, flyers, infographics, posters, logos the industry reports and email signatures which you can use. Specific to Choose Cruise campaign, there is also dedicated marketing materials for your usage, such as dedicated social media tiles, EDM headers, weekly themes and features and copies for you to use. Throughout the period up to October, you will also find that we will have regular media releases, as well as things like postcards and image libraries which you can use as well. We have also included a marketing activity template for you to download, as well as a social media content calendar. In the next couple of slides, we'll dive a bit deeper in how to actually put a basic marketing activity plan together. This toolkit will be updated throughout the period, so with new materials, so make sure you keep checking back. For the media and PR activities, a series of awareness building, both through media releases and social media posts, will be launched. Make sure to like CLIA Asia's Facebook page and repost the content to generate the same buzz with your consumer base to take a cruise holiday. We will see that some of the social media content will delve into some of the interesting topics such as national and international celebrations. For the PR messaging, we will be using, will revolve around weekly themes. You'll see that every week, starting with the first week of October, with ocean cruising, followed by river cruising, luxury, and then expedition cruising. We will also drive the message book with a CLIA travel agent. This will include more messages relating to reputation management, safety, environment, things to give you a very positive and proactive outreach to your consumers about cruising as a holiday. There will also be positive industry developments in the news, some current topics. So again, you can use all these materials to share positive and exciting industry or cruise line news on your social media pages as well as directly to your consumers. Lastly, CLIA will also be involved in 2 key regional training events for travel agents. One will be ITB Asia, which happens in Singapore in October, and the other is Cruise World Asia, also in Singapore in October. Join us and cruise lines in keeping abreast with the latest trends, opportunities to maximize your cruise sales. In fact, for ITB Asia, CLIA will also have a booth at the exhibition grounds and run a 2-hour-long cruise conference on the 19th of October. Also upcoming is the exciting development of Asia's first cruise travel agent search. This Find a Cruise Agent portal will host our CLIA member details and your accreditation level. We are looking to launch this in the later part of the year, hopefully tentatively around the Choose Cruise period. And we know, referencing from the current existing Australia and New Zealand cruise search, this actually receives a lot of attention from consumers looking to search for cruise agents. So what you have to do as a CLIA member, do complete your accreditation. so that your accreditation can be reflected when the search engine is ready on the clearasia.org website. As you can see, this is an example of how the current search engine for Australia is used. Then there where the agents as well as their accreditation level, whether they are just a member or they are accredited or they are master level, it's all reflected in the search. Now I come to the part on marketing. So to assist you further with your marketing effort, I'll talk about how to develop a marketing plan. I know many of you do this already. However, I will just go through the basic with some of you who are not familiar with developing a marketing plan. And this will be something that will help you as you go about using all the materials that is available for you to use during the Choose Cruise campaign. So at the start, you can develop an annual plan or a plan on campaign level. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm talking about a marketing plan for a campaign. So start with describing the purpose of the campaign. So for example, in October, aligned with the Choose Cruise month, you would like to push for your cruise bookings to be stronger. Then start describing your target audience. Think about your prospects, past passengers, list your marketing goals. Make sure you make them SMART, which is specific, measurable, achievable, result-focused, and time-specific. Develop your marketing plans and then set your budget. This is really important for future activities so that you know which activities are working to use your budget effectively. Develop the marketing communications plan and detail the tactics you use to reach these prospects and accomplish your goals. Many forms of advertising, public relations, and direct marketing are great for reaching cold prospects. Warm prospects are those who have previously been exposed to your marketing message and perhaps met you personally, will respond best to permission-based email, loyalty programs, and events. Your hottest prospects have been exposed to your sales and marketing messages and ready to close the sales in person, by phone, or email. So we highly recommend developing a marketing activity plan that outlines in detail when which activity is going to take place. This is just an example of how this can be done. This is a simple version, but if you Google marketing activity schedule template, you will find more options that might work better for you. And social media will play a key role in all your marketing activities. We also include a social media content calendar. A great way of saving yourself time is to write out all the posts for the month of October in a Word document, saving the images you're going to use with it. Facebook allows you to pre-program, which means that prior to the month starting, you can pre-program all your posts. For other social media, you have to post it on the day, unless you're using a program application such as Hootsuite or Buffer. But have it already means that you spend minimum time of this during the month, and you can then evaluate after each week to see what really works and determine what you need to revise some of your upcoming posts. Again, reminder that you can use all the materials in the toolkit that will then help you to generate content, so you don't have to go and source for your own content. Lastly, measure the success of your marketing campaign for future learning. So in summary, to make the most of the first Choose Cruise campaign in Asia, first and foremost, obtain your CLIA accreditation, because you need to be ready. So when our cruise travel agent search portal goes live on the website, to be able to have your accreditation being put up in the system. Access the toolkit that we already have on the Members Hub and download relevant materials. Develop your marketing campaign and social media content calendar. Use the campaign logo in your emails and printer communications, especially to show that you are a CLIA accredited agent. Keep an eye on CLIA social media for campaign updates, and also you'll be able to repost some of the content. Share the news on social media through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. And anything else, you can always approach the CLIA team for assistance. So the last part, of which I will leave my email here. So I'm going to end the part about the Choose Cruise campaign. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message or drop me an email. If not, this webinar will also be together with the slides, will also be posted on our members hub, so you can always come back and reference it again. I'll be actually going the next part into talking about our membership. So I'm not sure how many of you are already familiar with our membership. So if you are familiar, you might then want to end the webinar. But if not, I will now move into the second part, which is to give you a briefing and overview of the CLIA membership. Okay, so this part is really for those who have not been able to maximize your membership. Very much if you are not logged into the system and not able to use, it's a good refresher for you to be able to use the chance to get into the system and get your accreditation, because like I mentioned earlier, as part of the Choose Cruise campaign, we really do want to ensure that our Asia members are featured on the portal, the search engine. So just a quick overview. So this will take about maybe 15 minutes, and then I'll just go into a quick live demo of how to log into our system. So CLIA has more than 40 years of history. So as you know, we are a global organization representing the interests of the cruise community. We are made up of more than 95% of the cruise lines, key suppliers, partners, as well as travel agents like yourself. For travel agents, I'll go for agents members. Very simple: educate and train and provide you with accreditations for you to promote cruising. So cruise, we know, is something that is growing very quickly, and this growth is led by Asia. We know also that more cruise lines, in fact more than 80% of their cruise products, are sold by travel agents, proving that even if there's increase of direct bookings for other travel segments, travel agents still have tremendous sales opportunities in the cruise. Consumers also buy cruises from travel agents. So repeat cruises are common, so it is a good investment for you to build a relationship with your customers to obtain their repeat business. So with that, how do you then differentiate yourself from other travel agents and deem yourself as a cruise expert? There's 5 key points. Look at what agency heads shares tips as important for agents to increase their cruise sales. Firstly, you need to focus your efforts. You need to be able to educate yourself daily. Focus on a small handful of cruise lines and build close relationships with them. You need to have knowledge. You need to keep yourself up to speed with new ship innovation, cruise lines offerings and promotions. You need to be able to promote the value of cruising, spread the value of cruising, remind consumers socially when you're traveling, share with them, help them visualize what cruising is all about. And I think that's the key thing that the toolkit for travel agents in the Members Hub is meant for. Talk about the benefits of using an agent. You need to be vocal about explaining the value of them using you as an agent versus going direct. Then at the end of the day, make the right match, because when you put the right people on the right cruises, you ensure that you get happy customers. And at the end of the day, the agent who does their job well delivers value to the client and the cruise lines. So all this sounds like a big handful, and as very time poor travel agents, you might find yourself it's really very difficult to put in time and resources to do that. So where you can find resources to help you in all these areas is in the CLIA membership, which you already have. You get access to the best resources, education and training available. The CLIA Cruise Accreditation Program was established in 1996 and has become the industry benchmark for travel consultants wishing to develop extensive cruise industry knowledge and superior selling skills. So now that this program is developed around the world and you have access to it, transform yourself from a regular travel agent into a professional cruise matchmaker. So with that, you then need to go through the program, which the CLIA accreditation is really a personal journey. CLIA endorses accredited cruise agents to the public as being the most qualified to service their cruising needs, having passed all the necessary knowledge component as set up by the official body of the cruise industry. And that is exactly what sets CLIA consultants apart from other travel agents. So you have already taken the first step in signing up and registering yourself as a CLIA member. Now you have to make the journey in terms of training, which is having that lifelong relationship with the cruise industry. This education and accreditation is a personal journey, as the effort you put into equipping yourself with the skills will stay with you like a personal development course and follow you through. And most of the effort is also a one-time effort that will stay with you after you obtain the accreditation. So after you attain the accreditation, you then have to promote the fact that you are CLIA accredited. So then the next question will be, how do you get accredited? So let's get started. So the first question would be, you need to earn accreditation points. How do you earn the points? You can do it from 4 main components. I will go through briefly in details with each section, and then I'll show you a demo later. The first and most important way is through the CLIA Learning Academy. The first foundation module is the Ocean of Opportunities. It's made up of 3 sections. You will see that there is a first section.
The cruise experience for your client. Although this may seem basic for some agents who already have experience in selling.
So basically, the first section will have various 25 topics that will share with you on the selling cruise. So then the next section is sales and service training. The material is specifically presented from a cruise industry perspective. And the most important part is nuances of cruise sales protocols are actually strongly emphasized. And this is exactly what you would want to obtain from being a cruise sales agent. So overall, the Ocean of Opportunities is considered like your foundation module. The next area is to look at is the elective modules. The elective modules actually will then separate you from the elite. They provide in-depth training as well as provide you with resources. So basically, you don't have to go through all the elective modules, but choose those that are relevant to what you want to sell. So for example, there are specific elective modules on destination. So finish the Ocean of Opportunities, take the elective modules, and then you will find that you will be accumulating the accreditation points to obtain your first level of accreditation. The next part is with the cruise experience knowledge. It's time for you to learn about the products. And the best way, of course, to gain this product knowledge is through the cruise lines themselves. So we have a product training tab with links to the cruise line training available online. These links will take you out of the Learning Academy to assess the cruise line training, and actually most of you might already have some of the certification from the cruise lines. So all you have to do is once you complete this is to upload your certificates, and you will then be awarded the respective accreditation points. The points awarded will vary depending on the length of the program. You can also then obtain further points by getting experiences such as on the cruise you have taken or any ship inspections which you are part of. The great part is when an agent joins CLIA, you can load onto the profile any cruise you have taken in the last 3 years and earn points instantly. Then the last part and the final way to earn accreditation points is by attending certain industry conferences throughout the year, like Cruise 360 conferences held around the world. In fact, in this week, the Cruise 360 is going to be held this week in Sydney. Okay, so once you start gaining points, which, as I explained earlier, going through the training modules, either through taking a cruise, going on ship inspection, taking a cruise, and going on product training, conferences, you are then on your path to accreditation. CLIA Asia has 3 levels of accreditation: CLIA Accredited, CLIA Ambassador, and CLIA Master. You can gain your first certificate called Accredited by reaching 100 points. So for example, how do you reach that is as long as you have completed the Oceans of Opportunities, one elective from within the Learning Academy, as well as experience a cruise of 3 nights or more. You will be able then plus another 20 points from any other activity. So for example, you can take another elective, take another cruise, or go on a ship inspection. You will then be able to earn the minimum points to get the first level of accreditation. Together with it, you then be able to use the CLIA accredited logo as well. So the next level, as you can see, as you go up the levels, then you just need to earn more points from going through more modules, as well as doing some or through other things like taking the more cruises or ship inspection. And then the last part will be the CLIA ambassador, the last level, which will then require you a minimum of 250 points and attending a master conference which takes place once a year with a passing assignment. So like what I mentioned earlier, basically once you do this one-time effort in getting your accreditation, the accreditation will then stay with you for life as long as you continue to be a CLIA member. What you have to do every year though is you have to, for subsequent years, to obtain the updated logos, because our CLIA accreditation logos is on a yearly basis. You have to ensure firstly that you continue to be a CLIA member, and then the next part is you need to pass one module called the Cruise Dynamics. This is actually a very useful and comprehensive module for all agents as well, because it will give you a quick snapshot of the latest updates in the new year, and we know that cruise is moving very quickly with all the new innovations, so it's very useful for you to just get a quick understanding of what's happening in the new year. So for example, next year for 2019, in order to receive your 2019 certificate, you must complete the Cruise Dynamics 2019, which will be released in the early part of 2019. Okay, so now I'll come to a quick demo of the CLIA portal. So I will switch my screen. So you should already know that you have to first go to our website, which is www.cruising.org.au/home. Go to your members login, which you should already have your username and your password sent to you when you sign up for the CLIA membership. After you click login, so the good thing about the CLIA Learning Academy is no matter where you are in the world, or the time of day or time you have to study, it's available for you anytime you want to go through to log in. So you go to the web page, you will see that there are various sections. So the first part, things like your profile, if you need to change any of your profile information, your email, or your CLIA benefits, some of your the Learning Academy, the Member tab. So the Member tab is where I spoke of earlier during the Choose Cruise campaign, where all our toolkits are hosted. You also see that your CLIA accreditation, where you will upload your certifications to get your CLIA accreditation, and then as well as CLIA logos, which is where you'll be able to download the logos that you can use. You can use them in your email headers, your name cards, to show yourself as a CLIA accredited travel agent. You can also download the CLIA. Okay, so let me go into the Learning Academy, which is what I just. Okay, so when you click on the CLIA Learning Academy, this is where you will see all the materials related to your training. So what you can do is you can also download a full accreditation guide. So what I shared earlier about how you gain your accreditation, if you have any other questions, this guide is very useful for you to find out in exact details. So like the tabs on, you can either use the tabs on top or the tabs on the side. The Ocean of Opportunities, what I mentioned, the 25 subjects or modules that covers the basic requirements needed for you to sell cruise. You will see that only the first module, for those who have not done the module, only the first module will have a round picture. The rest will have a picture of a lock that means that the first module must be completed before the next one unlocks. And this is a strategic function of the academy, as concepts that are taught in the earlier part of the training are then advanced in the later modules. So this lock feature also occurs in the elective modules. So let's see. For the elective modules, you see that the same thing, you have a wide variety of the elective modules. Then you'll be able to see that they're broken up into sections. So for example, if you're looking at destinations, like Southeast Asia market, you'll be able to see that there are 4 modules which made up one elective on the Southeast Asia market. So you can start by completing the first 4, then once completed, the second one will unlock for you, and then you can continue. And once that is done, the elective is complete. It will show on your profile in the next few days. So you can see that elective topics range from selling, group, conference, and intensive cruises to specialty cruises, which focus on the expedition and luxury markets. And if you want to go specific knowledge, this is where you can find all the destinations. The next area is the product training, which links you to the various cruise lines websites. So again, you need to obtain the certification from the cruise lines, and then you upload your certificate into the accreditation tab, which I can show you later. We have also a virtual presentation tab, which houses a mix of videos for your entertainment and learning. So this is really just very entertaining for you to be able to know more about the new ship builds or launches that we allocate here. You won't receive accreditation points, but you'll be able to get a quick view of all the latest happenings. Then of course, the last part is the resource library, which gives you a whole spew of all the various resources that you can find. This is also found in the Members Hub, which I can show you quickly. The Members Hub, which is the one that I shared earlier in the Choose Cruise campaign. So for the Members Hub, you can see that now we have a whole slew of toolkits available for you, all available on the Members Hub. So for example, if you're looking for flyers, you can download the flyers. Then specific to the Choose Cruise campaign, there is also materials like email headers that you can then download and use for your own as well. Okay, so this is the CLIA website. Then to quickly show you your CLIA accreditation, if you go to My CLIA accreditation, that is where you will see where you stand for the accreditation. Go to Add Activities if you want to add any of your certification, your ship inspection, your cruises, any endorsed events, cruise experience. So do upload them diligently because you will be able to gain points from there. Okay, and like I said, I really encourage all of you to get your accreditation soon before the Choose Cruise campaign starts. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to do a quick summary of what I have shared in terms of the benefits of the CLIA membership. So, of course, we know the most important thing, training and education. Accreditation, so gain your accreditation. Then market yourself as a CLIA member. So the key thing, use our marketing materials. So you don't have to spend money to develop your own. Use our toolkit materials. Then that also gives you a credibility to why they should book. So you can see these are like consumer flyers. Why they should book through you as a CLIA accredited agent, because you are endorsed by the industry. Then of course, rather than promoting yourself as a CLIA member, it's more effective to promote yourself as a CLIA accredited agent. So really do get your accreditation. And then importantly, inform your clients why they should book from you. Promote the fact that you are a CLIA member, you have the expertise. Use the campaign materials, the toolkits, the newly launched toolkit materials to put on your website, your EDMs, flyers, your blogs, your social media feeds. Access to valuable resources, so we keep this constantly updated. So do log in to get the updated resources that will be useful for you. For example, things like the brochures, the sheet fact sheets, and then take the advantage to attend CLIA events. So your next step, start using the CLIA Learning Academy. Like I say, use this chance to really obtain your accreditation, because when the Find a Cruise Agent search engine works, is starts in the CLIA Asia website, you really do want to be accredited when we put all our CLIA Asia members on the portal. Then you'll be able to differentiate yourself to your customers as the cruise expert. So again, thank you very much for your time. So I've come to the end of my presentation. So again, I shared two parts today. First is on the Choose Cruise campaign. The second part, a quick overview of the CLIA membership. If you have any questions, you can message me now, or you can always drop me an email. This webinar, we will upload the presentation as well as the webinar on the CLIA Members Hub. So do check in regularly with the CLIA Members Hub to get the updated information. Okay, thank you. So if there's any questions, you can drop me a message, or I can unmute you. If not, I will close the session in the next 5 minutes. Thank you.